Hello everyone, welcome to the Blaze Show. Today we are interviewing the cast of Sonic Rebirth. Can we get a round of applause from the audience? Woo! Yeah! Oh dude, yeah! Wow! Yeah, man! Wonderful. Now, let's get our first guest on the scene, Metal Sonic. Oh Blaze, oh my word Blaze, thank you for having me. It feels wonderful to be here. Let me tell you Blaze, it is so nice to finally be featured on your show. Alright. So, Metal, a lot of people have been asking, why are you all black and yellow instead of blue like in Sonic Dies? Well, you know, after Sonic Dies, I thought I should change up my look to differentiate myself from that series, so I got all black and yellow. But then when I found out they were doing Sonic Rebirth, I saw the first episode and I'm like, hey, this might be better than the original. So I go in and I act for episode 2 and I act for episode 3 and I'll be there for 4, 5, and 6 and all the other ones, you know? Right, well, another question is, what exactly happened to you in Sonic Dies? Because you were in the valley and then God of War and Scrafty kind of froze you, then you just didn't show up until the final episode. Oh, yeah, well, during that whole thing, I woke up, looked at the bottom of the waterfall, and had a whole conversation with Giratina and Scrafty, and then I flew out and left them to deal with each other, and then I just got this new paint job, and you know the rest. Wonderful, simply exquisite. And now, for our last question, what do you think of your new rival this series, Silver Sonic? You know, I'm not very scared of him. He's kind of just like, you know, a diet me, so yeah, he's not too intimidating. I'm not worried at all. Right, Metal, well, it was great having you. Come back, why don't you? Of course, anytime, Blaze. Alright, see ya. Alright, well, our next guest is actually someone all the way from Angel Island. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Knuckles the Echidna. Oh, hey, Blaze, let me just take a seat in this chair, why don't I? Yeah, alright, nice and cozy. Alright, so what's up, Blaze? Alright, Knuckles, well, your first question is, what happened between season 1 and 2? Because in the first episode, you were all like, oh, I'm Knuckles, but now you just talk like a normal person, or echidna. Yeah, well, see, in Sonic Rebirth, it was kind of clear that I was going to be a main character this time around, so I wanted a less annoying voice, because if you're going to hear me, you want to hear something fun, not Buttercup, you know, you feel? Yep. Also, what was the deal with that weird mushroom guy from episode 1 and 2 of Sonic Dies? Oh yeah, that guy. Well, in Sonic Dies, you see, the last episode was actually a rushed out version because the original final episode, the audio didn't render correctly, and he was actually, so Classic Sonic was gonna die, he was gonna be drowned, and then he would bring him back to life again in the werehog form, so that's why we used the werehog at the beginning of Sonic Rebirth. And, well, yeah, he was just going to be some sort of omnipotent being, but I got kind of tired of his lackluster character, so he's not going to show up in Sonic Rebirth. Oh, what a shame. He was, not a shame, he was pretty terrible. Alright, see you, Knuckles. Bye. Yeah, it was great having myself. Yeah, let me just go in the backstage. Well, our next special guest is actually somebody in the audience, so, Jet the Hawk, will you please come up to the stage? Oh, sure, let me come right up! So, Jet, how you doing? It says right here that you're actually gonna appear in one of the future episodes of Sonic Rebirth. Yeah, well, I saw them riding on the little hoverboards in episode 3, and I was like, ha! So I decided I'd audition for the show, and I'm gonna appear later on, so keep an eye out for me. Ugh, sorry I'm late, Rouge. Am I still here? Oh, Shadow, it doesn't say you're on the script. What are you doing here? Well, since I'm one of the most mysterious characters in the entire series, I think some questions should be answered. Alright, well, first question, are you really a weird Mexican lady, or are you that pathetic, edgy voice? You know, the Mexican lady was, you know, it was kind of a caricature I did to make the last episode of Sonic Dies more interesting, but now I think it's just better if I use my real voice. Alright, well, next question. Why were you that weird white thing in the, second episode? Oh yeah, well, that's a funny story. In Source Filmmaker, which is what I used to make all my thumbnails, all the shadow models had, brown shoes, and my shoes aren't brown, alright? And the only one that had good shoes was that model, so in that episode, I actually achieved a new hyper form using the chaos energy, so we're just gonna call that, dim light instead of shadow. Yeah, well, that's a really stupid name, so get off my set. That's rude. Oh, greetings, everyone. I'm the last guest for the day because I know you do not want to hear anything from any. I'm getting too old for these husky hedgehogs. Anyway, so a few questions that must be answered. Okay, alright. Don, where do we keep getting these people? I like orange slices. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave before I set you on fire, sir. I have entered hyperspace. Oh, hey Blaze. Am I late? Let's start the questions, why don't we? Okay, first question. What is up with your voice? It's like never the same. Well, you know, there's just been so many Sonic voices that it's hard to decide on one that really fits my personality in the Gmod series. Okay, question 2. Who is that person that was in control of Modern Sonic and dies that never did anything with your body? Oh yeah, that was secretly Shy Guy controlling my body, but we never used that, so Shy Guy just doesn't exist anymore. Okay, right, why did you just leave Scourge instead of trying to, like, help him? You know, 'cause we're bad people. Right, so, how come you introduced a clobber weapon in episode 1 and had it in the thumbnail of episode 2, but didn't actually use it in episode 2? 'Cause really, that was so cringy. I mean, I was all like, clobber knuckle. I mean, who would want to see that? Right, well, that's all the time we have for today, so, burger?